part of Be Quiet.
Shut up, Dave. You're so annoying. You're a completely different person when Louie's here.
Hello and welcome to the NFL Offseason Podcast. I'm your host here, Louis Debe, along with a room filled of a hero, Dave Kruss. What up, boy?
Hey, boss. Thanks for having me.
Sure. And we also here have in studio a friend of the podcast, host of the Real Bills Now blog. Go check that out, realbillsnow.blogspot.com. Brennan Harrington. What's going on, Brennan?
Nothing much, Lou.
Alright, cool. So let's get right into this. We are talking some free agency, which comes up in now 10 days. March 11th, free agency opens up. There's been some headlines already, including a team in the NFC East, which we'll get into. The Combine was 2 days ago, so we'll talk about that. And let's get right into that. Jadeveon Clowney ran an impressive 40-time. Brendan, what do you think Clowney? What do you think the Texans are going to do with that first overall pick?
I think they're going to take Khalil Mack out of the small school university. Well, it's not a small school. It's like out of the small conference, out of the MAC, the UB Bulls. Obviously from here, so I think they're gonna go with the best guy there.
Telling me Mack is the first overall pick.
I don't know if they're going. I don't think they're going to take that. I think they're gonna trade it away. But I think he should be.
What do you think they should do?
What do I think they should do? I just answered that question.
What will they do?
They're probably gonna take some quarterback.
Which quarterback?
Or they might trade it away. They might trade away the pick.
Dave, what do you think they're going to do with Houston's going to do?
I think it's pretty obvious. I think they're going to take Jadeveon Clowney, the defensive end of South Carolina. We all knew how great he was coming into the Combine. He just helped his stock a little bit running that fast 40. The only thing I didn't like is how he didn't do the rest of the defensive drills, but I don't think that really...
So you're saying that he should be picked first because he ran the 40, that's it?
I didn't say that. I said...
Yes, you did.
You know what I said is we already knew how great he was going into the Combine, and running a fast 40 raised his stock a little bit. So
I'm going to say, to me, I think that they're going to take Johnny Manziel still. I think, obviously, it's the name, but Bill O'Brien's going to do who the best player, even though, like it was like last year with Chip Kelly, I'm going to refer to my team, the Eagles, they were always talking about drafting or having Michael Vick start because he's a mobile quarterback, but Chip Kelly kept saying, he doesn't have a specific type of quarterback. Whoever's the best player, and I think that's Johnny Manziel over Blake Bortles, who people are saying is a typical Bill O'Brien quarterback, which I'm not really. I guess it's just a sturdy pocket passer. But I don't like Clowney there because I think with I'm drawing a blank on his name. The defensive coordinator of the Texans now. It's bugging me.
I don't even know that. I don't even know who it is.
The guy that was the coach of the Chiefs.
Romeo Crennel,
right. His defense is a 3-4 defense that really, where Clowney, to me, I don't really see fits in there. Obviously, if they're going to go best player available, they'll take Clowney to me, but I like Johnny Manziel there.
I think two possible partners for a trade would be the Browns or maybe even the Cowboys, who said they have interest in Johnny Manziel.
Do you think the Browns, even despite the reports about them liking Derek Carr, would move up for Manziel, or would they move up for a different quarterback?
I think they could move up for Manziel. Or maybe even Jadeveon Clowney, even though Paul Kruger's there. But
I think, honestly, I don't think the first overall pick, I don't think anyone's budging. I think at number 2, which we'll actually talk about right now, is the St. Louis Rams, who a lot of people have taken tackle, if it's not Greg Robinson, then Jake Matthews. But as you can see on the screen, Charles Davis opened his second mock draft, and he has Jadeveon Clowney going to St. Louis, despite having Robert Quinn and Chris Long there. Is that a good fit? Or do you see, this is what I think. I think the Rams are going to move out of that spot with a potential suitor like Atlanta, who needs a pass rusher badly, could take Clowney if Houston decides to go the alternative and take a quarterback, or Khalil Mack if Brennan is correct.
Yeah, I can actually see a lot of people are saying this. I think I could see the Rams trading back also.
Because look, if you go back to number 6, say Atlanta is the possible suitor for a trade, St. Louis goes back there. The teams that are still looking, that are ahead of them, are probably going to take quarterbacks. They could still get the tackle they want, and probably an extra pick in advance from Atlanta, who desperately needs a pass rusher, but they also need a tackle. Dave, let's talk about that real quick. What is the bigger need, tackle or pass rush for Atlanta? They need both, but which one is the first one they need?
Personally, I think the Rams should definitely go with a quarterback, but I mean, I'm going to.
All right, you're wrong. They already said they're not taking a quarterback.
I said personally, I think they should, but Jeff Fisher said that one of the 2 reasons why he went there was because of Sam Bradford. But yeah, I don't see them there. But I really don't think, unless they're trading out to be like a top 5, top 6 pick, I think they should just stay and take the best player available. And a tackle would be good if Bradford's your guy, you should help him out.
Yeah, is there?
You got something to say about that, Brandon?
I said, who's the best player available? Do you think?
At their position, if
What
a
position?
quarterback goes first at their draft position, if a player goes first, if like a quarterback goes first overall, then Jadeveon Clowney. If not, if I were them, I'd take my favorite tackle, Greg Robinson, out of Auburn.
See, I don't like a lot of people are talking about them drafting a receiver. When Les Snead came out and said that they're happy with their young core, they drafted Tavon Austin with the 8th overall pick, trading with the Buffalo Bills to get him. They still have Chris Gibbons. They 2 years ago drafted in the 2nd round Brian Quick out of Appalachian State. So they're still got some young guys to mold as well as Austin Pettis. I just don't think I don't think Clowney would be. I think they'd be best moving back because they can still get their tackle. It's still probably even the one they choose because unless Atlanta's moving up for a tackle, which you never know because last year in Miami everyone thought was trading up to get Lane Johnson jumping up right in front of Philly. But they took Deion Jordan instead, the outside linebacker out of Oregon.
Yeah, that was pretty surprising.
I don't like the whole need that just because he's from Oregon maybe Chip Kelly's going to take him. But that's why to me Houston. Bill O'Brien has ties with Blake Bortles. He played him. He hired a part of the coaching staff who worked with Bortles and UCF. I just like the fit better as Manziel, but I agree. I like the Rams to move back to Atlanta. So
yeah, I would actually see the Rams trading back way back to somebody. Can you scroll down a little bit?
Yeah.
Teams who went to the playoffs last year, but aren't going to be as good. Maybe
they have to give a lot more.
Maybe even the Jets, who are trying to get a good receiver. The Jets might take 2 or 3 receivers in this draft.
Why would they move back? Where's any logic in that? Moving way back to the 20s is what you're saying.
I think they can get a good trade from someone.
Yeah, it would have to be like
there's a couple of playoff teams from last year that are close to playoffs, who really need some players.
Since the pick is probably it'd be a later pick in the 1st round. They would have to give up more than what Atlanta would have to give up for, since it's still a high pick. I think, honestly, I agree with Brendan what he was talking about, the Jets taking 2 receivers. I like them as a potential suitor, Marquise Lee. I think he's...
If they stay in that position,
If he had a bad senior year, but there was 2 different quarterbacks coming in, shuffling in and out due to injuries and lack of production. But, so, his junior year, everyone was saying how good he was. The Bills drafted Robert Woods. People were saying that his teammate Marquise Lee was going to be even better coming out the next season. Then he had a little dip in production, which is why maybe the Jets could get a steal at that 16th pick.
Oh, yeah.
Because San Antonio's home is going to be released. He's going to be a cap casualty. He's been suffering injuries lately. I feel it's time to say that
Hill?
Stephen Hill. From Georgia Tech, they drafted 2 years ago in the 2nd round. I can pretty much say that he's been a bust.
A little bit. He's had a couple of
It's time, if you believe in the production of Geno Smith, it's time to get him some weapons. He did not have anything to work with, as well as some pretty bad offensive line help, so maybe they even go offensive line there at 16.
I actually do see the Jets taking, first 2 rounds receivers. They really need some receivers.
Yeah, I agree. And it's so deep this year, receivers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mike Mack of NFL Network said that this has been probably the deepest receiver has been in a while. There might be as many as 10 to 11 receivers taken the 1st round.
It's probably the deepest position in this draft, right?
I would agree. But as well as, I don't know. Yeah, definitely, no doubt. Let's talk about Cleveland for a little bit. They hold currently the 4th pick. Me and Dave talked a little bit about this yesterday as a potential suitor for Derek Carr, as Daniel Jeremiah of NFL Network reports that Derek Carr is their guy. Is this, Brendan, I want to hear your opinion. Since me and Dave talked about yesterday, is it a smokescreen? Do they really want Johnny Manziel or Teddy Bridgewater? or maybe even Blake Bortles.
Well, I would say that Teddy Bridgewater and Johnny Manziel are both better than Derek Carr, so why wouldn't they take the better guy?
Think about this.
It's their flex shooter.
Well, think about this. All teams like different players, obviously, and if they're not going to get Bridgewater or Manziel in their second first-round pick, which is like 26 or something like that. So if they get a guy like Sammy Watkins, who's probably the best skill position player in the draft, and then get him a quarterback who they like in Derek Carr, that I think that's the perfect scenario for them.
So you do think Watkins would be the guy they take if they don't take a quarterback there?
I think they'd have to. I mean, who else would they go with there?
They can go with it. They can trade back.
Yeah, that's another potential. I mean,
trade back into the first round.
Well, because you could see. Just say
I know, but still get too late for first round picks. Who do they need?
They need a quarterback, and
they also
but they said
they need another receiver besides Josh Gordon. Devon Best didn't work out with that.
And you're going to see a lot more. You're going to see teams worrying more about Josh Gordon next year.
Oh yeah, so that might draw. That could be the next development of one of the best receiving cores like Roddy White and Julio Jones. But to me, I think I actually like what Brandon said. They might be able to move out if something happens like the Rams decide to go Watkins, which is to me the only way that the Browns would not be able to get him. If they do, if he's there, I'd pull the trigger on him. I still say they should go for a quarterback with that pick and go get another receiver with that 26 pick because I like Carr, but the Browns have been waiting for. They've had I think they said it was 20 different starting quarterbacks since they came back in 1999 after moving to Baltimore in '96. I like Bridgewater there.
They just need a quarterback.
They do. That defense last year was not bad.
No, I'm not saying that's the only thing that they need. I'm just saying that they do need one.
But to me, that'll put it over the top. You don't have to have all-stars at every position to make the playoffs. I mean, look at Green Bay. Other than what their quarterback has done, or look at Indianapolis with Andrew Luck, that defense did not. He had to come back he had to score 45 points to come back against the Chiefs in that wild card game. So a quarterback changes everything, and I think the Browns know that. But they have pieces in place already at both sides. To me, they need a running back.
When do you think we'll see another quarterback coming in as good as Andrew Luck was, and still is?
Well, you could say that about, you could have said that with Peyton, but when the next guy will come, that was like Peyton.
Yeah.
But even Peyton, he struggled his first year. Andrew Luck didn't struggle. He brought that team to the playoffs. It's going to be a while.
From a 2-14 team to the playoffs.
Is there anyone in this draft that has the potential to be like Luck?
Oh, no. I don't think anyone's going to be like Luck for a few years. Do you think anyone next year has potential?
So you're saying
Winston's going to go into the draft. I've been hearing about he's still deciding between that and baseball. Baseball is
a higher sport or higher paying sport. And you don't get as many injuries.
Yeah, baseball sucks.
He likes baseball better.
If he's clearly going to choose what he likes better, and if he likes baseball better, he should definitely.
He's just a relief pitcher. He plays some outfield for.
I have a solution. Do both.
No,
you can't.
Bo Jackson's done it, and Deion Sanders.
Yeah, Deion Sanders got so much crap for doing that.
So what?
You'd miss all of training camp.
True.
And if there was a playoffs, you'd miss the year.
No, he doesn't skip the year. He played 2 games in one day once, a football game and a baseball game.
I'm still skeptical on Winston. I saw him pretty impressive last year. But he's only been in it 1 year. I want to see more from him. Marcus Mariota's a guy that's interesting. Everyone thought was going to come in this year. People were talking about that Cleveland, that was their guy they wanted. And then they found out he wasn't going to be in it.
Yeah.
But no, going back to Dave's question, I don't think there's going to be a guy like Luck coming out for quite some time. Unless someone just emerges. We don't know. But I think this year has got some really good quarterbacks, much better than last year's, which was...
Here's what I'm saying. If one of these teams that needs a quarterback doesn't like one of the quarterbacks on the board, then why wouldn't they just wait until next year when aren't there a couple of good quarterbacks coming out next year too?
Mariota and possibly Winston, also Brett Hundley from UCLA will be there.
Yeah, there's if they like one of those guys, then why not just wait until next year?
But there's no guarantee that you're going to be at the pick that you are now, and the NFL is a win now. Everyone's they're going for it right now. And I think
there's a couple teams.
If your biggest need is quarterback,
the Jaguars, the Browns, the Raiders.
The Browns. The Browns are going to be good next year.
Yeah. The Browns are going to be good next year. That's the first time I've heard that in ever.
Brian Hoyer took that team to 3-2 before tearing his ACL against Buffalo.
Brian Hoyer's not going to play quarterback for the next year.
I don't know that.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. They're saying they like Brian Hoyer, and he.
Why don't they go into free? Why isn't any of these teams going to free? Or why don't any of these teams go into free agency?
Because there's nothing in free agency except for Michael Vick, who you know is going to get.
There's a couple of good quarterbacks.
It's not a matter.
I'm not looking for a franchise guy. I'm
point.
just talking about a couple, like, to play there for a couple, maybe 3 years, and maybe get a
3 years,
3 or 4 years. I don't know. Maybe. Well, if they sign him, they're gonna want him to be good.
I just don't think coaches can afford to stay around with mediocre quarterbacks. Coaches are glued to their quarterbacks.
Josh Freeland's probably better. Well, came out of the draft probably better than any of these guys.
No offense, but to me, Doug Marrone is glued to EJ Manuel's production. I think it rides on what he does, which is why, Brendan, you might be right that sometimes you don't have to take that approach. If Bill O'Brien decides to go Clowney, he's not going to be pressured into, if he failed, he did not, there might not be a bust quarterback.
There's pressure on Manuel, so if Manuel doesn't work out,
so you can't, go into the Eagles, you can't blame Chip Kelly then. He went with Nick Foles, but he did not draft him. If you draft a quarterback, you're going to be, if Bill O'Brien drafts Johnny Manziel, how he did will be glued on how Johnny Manziel.
Alright, no matter what they say, the Jaguars aren't going to be playing for right now. So why don't they wait for...
The Jaguars are going to try to build their team so they can win next year. And the Browns are going to be good next year.
Alright, the Jaguars aren't going to go to the playoffs this year. Please, if you say yes, then that's ridiculous.
It's not a bold prediction.
Alright, screw next year.
Listen to me, you don't even know what I'm going to say.
What are you going to say?
Alright, so they're not going to be good this year. Why don't they re-sign Chad Henne? Play him this year. Play him with all the young studs they have. You guys say, and bring him to.
Neither one of us ever said stud.
All right, so why don't they wait? Why don't they wait until the 3rd or 4th round? Pick up the Aaron Murray.
Aaron Murray is going to be like a 5th, 6th round pick.
Yeah, exactly, because he tore his ACL. If he wasn't, he was going to be a 1st round pick.
I know where you're coming from.
Yeah,
they are at this pick, and there are good quarterbacks. You're not going to be.
But there's good players.
Okay, yeah, I agree. But if your need is quarterback, you take a quarterback.
Alright, which one of these quarterbacks is going to be Peyton Manning or Tom Brady?
Okay, you can't just. That's not fair to just.
That's kind of what the Jaguars need.
Well, which one's going to be a Brady or Manning? Not everyone's going to be a Brady or Manning, but you don't need that. Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl.
That's kind of what the Jaguars need.
No, they don't.
They suck.
Alright, I want to talk a little bit more about the Browns. What makes you think the Browns suck?
They don't have good players.
Okay, what position?
Defense.
Their defense was great last year.
Alright, who?
Let's see. Joe Hayden is one of the best corners in the league. T.J. Ward,
They
their
say he's
safety,
the best.
if they re-sign him, is one of the best safeties.
Yeah, but they're not going to resign him.
Yeah, DePaul Jackson. They got Paul Cruz.
Alright, so you're just listing a bunch of guys that are gone. What?
No, we need
Paul Cruz is
one
here.
guy.
Marquinhos Mingo is there. They're both
He didn't play.
pass rushers.
He didn't play good last year.
Mingo?
Mingo did not.
He was an outside linebacker that played pretty great.
Because he was a
coverage
1st round
and
pick.
also,
You saying he played.
No, he did play.
No, I know as a fact. I watched Cleveland a lot last year.
Their offense is good. Their offensive line is good.
Yeah, Joe Thomas is the best left tackle
And
to me
Alex
in
Mack
the
is a
league.
great center.
Josh Gordon's one of the best.
Alex Mack is gone.
He's a free agent.
Yeah. So
but Josh Gordon.
that's like 4 guys you guys have listed there.
There are
Gone.
players
That's two.
on that team.
That's
That
four.
guy's actually gone.
T.J. Ward.
Free agent, but he can still be re-signed.
He's not going
Top
to.
10 defense.
DePaul Jackson's gone, and Alex Mack.
Cleveland was a top.
Because
10 defense
they re-signed free agents before free agency comes. You know that,
Cleveland was a
right?
top 10 defense.
free agency next week. What?
They had Cleveland was a top 10 defense last year statistically.
Oh my gosh,
They
so
had
were
a
the
great
Bills.
offensive line.
The Bills were not a good defense last
I'm
year.
not saying. Okay, so are you just gonna say the Bills suck then?
No, they just weren't a good defense last year. They were. No, they
They
weren't.
were franchise high 57 sacks.
Yeah, but they just didn't play. They didn't play good enough to win games.
Why do you think Mike Patton got a head coaching job? Because he took.
They played all right. They played up to the Bills like high standards. That's all they did.
Where did they
Great.
start last year in defense? Yeah.
Maybe they were 26th in rushing defense. They gave yards like it was their job.
This isn't okay. The Bills are just like the Browns. I don't get how you're not seeing this. The Bills also all they need is good production from a quarterback, and they're going to be a playoff contending team this year.
But they have a better offense.
Why?
The Browns don't even have a running back. The Bills have 2 running backs better than their
You can get
best
running back
running
a
back.
dime a dozen in free agency and the draft. They can go sign up.
Alright, they did last year.
That's because they traded Trent Richardson. And
Alright,
traded for
you're saying that anybody can get a running back easily, but the Browns can't.
Easy to acquire.
When was the last time the Browns had a good running back?
Last year.
When Trent Richardson's rookie year,
He ran for he was 20.
Alright, he's gone. Jamal Lewis was their last good running back.
No,
Jerome
Trent
Harrison
Richardson was good for them.
Jerome Harrison. How long was he there?
You remember him?
Yes, I
You know who
do.
that
I
is?
do remember
He
him.
was there 3 years ago.
Yeah, and he only played there for like 1 or 2 years. I think wasn't he like a second-round draft pick or something?
It doesn't matter. You can get running backs easily. They can go draft Carlos Hyde.
Alright, it doesn't come easy to the Browns. I've never seen them have like a really good running back.
You're telling me if the Browns draft Johnny Manziel,
they got rid of him because he sucked.
2 years ago, he was very productive. They can get
very productive. That's what we're looking for in running back. Very productive.
Running backs are so retarded. He is
very productive.
If you're a running back that runs for 960 yards and 10 touchdowns, is that bad, Brendan?
No, it's not bad. It's just
that's good.
I'm just saying that they need a running back. He's gone, so he's gone. Why are we still talking about him? He's not on the team anymore.
I'm just saying that a quarterback will take a mediocre team to be a really good team, and that's what Cleveland needs. In Jacksonville, I want to talk about Jacksonville because I actually like them. They have some good receivers. They have a good, productive tight end. They did lose Maurice Jones-Drew, but again, you can go sign a running back in the second or third round, or go get one of them free agency. Go get Darren McFadden. I don't know, but if you get a quarterback, Gus Bradley is gonna. That defense is.
Wait, who the Browns?
The Jaguars.
Oh, the Jaguars.
Gus Bradley, that defense, he's rebuilding it slowly. The only team the only team to me that, other than having a good quarterback, will not be good is Oakland, because they have needs at every position. So a quarterback to me will not take them to the playoffs. It'll take a lot more.
Alright, who's gonna have a better record next year? The Jags, the Browns, or the Raiders?
Browns.
I would say the Raiders.
Of course you would, because you have to be different. You're a
What?
You're a piece of shit.
The Raiders were the best team last year.
I say the Browns too.
Yeah.
I like the Browns. I think Browns are a sneaky. Even people on NFL Network are talking about the Browns going to be a sneaky 10-6 surprise.
Dude, they were sweet this year.
Okay, don't be sarcastic. So okay, fine. All right, I'm gonna talk since you're a Cleveland hater.
I'm not Cleveland hater. Two of my favorite teams play Cleveland.
You're flawed. Fine, then Buffalo's gonna suck next year. How about that?
They could. They're the Bills.
What I'm saying is Cleveland has the potential to be a very good team with players. So are the Bills. To you, you're saying then the Bills aren't gonna be either.
I mean, the Falcons. The Falcons went from 1 to last in their division.
Okay, well that happens. But they didn't have a great offensive line. I'm just saying. Oh my god.
So anything can happen.
We know that. We understand it. We're saying the potential for the Browns is higher than a lot of other teams because of the positions they already have established. That's all I'm saying. And they have a high pick. They have 2 first-round picks. Cleveland's they have a good head coach now. It's optimistic.
They have a good head coach.
Well,
how do you know?
I said I like them.
He's never been a head coach.
I think he's going to be a good head
Here's
coach.
what Brendan would say. The Browns aren't going to be good because their players are bad. Right, Brendan?
Yes. That's
The Browns
correct.
aren't going to be good next year because of the Bills.
Oh, that's kind of right. The Bills
Brandon, that's kind of
The
right.
Bills aren't going to be good because they're the Bills.
Alright, let's get off this topic.
No, I kind of like talking about this topic.
Okay, fine. What do you want to talk about?
I'm just trying to get it through your thick skull. It's the team.
My thick skull, Brendan. You have the thickest skull of anyone I know.
The Browns were 4-12 last year. You guys are saying they're gonna be the best team in the league because they got.
I'm not saying the best team in the league. We're saying they have potential to be.
Anyway, let's just go to the next topic then. I can't.
Oh, why?
I can't win this argument. You guys are just too stubborn.
No one's winning it. We all have our opinions. You have a large opinion.
Alright, so you're saying the Cleveland Browns are gonna win 10 games next year?
No, I'm not. The potential. Potential.
Wait, are you counting
You're
preseason?
with a thick skull. You're turning my words around me, saying I said certain things which I did not.
Are you counting preseason or something?
No, Brendan. The Colts were 2-14. They got a good quarterback. They were 11-5.
The Browns
You can
aren't.
have a turnaround.
But according to Dave, there's nobody like Andrew Luck.
Okay, you don't have to though.
Andrew
Have
Luck's
an
so
Andrew
good.
Luck.
Then what are you talking about?
RG3? Okay, fine. Andrew Luck. RG3 wasn't like Andrew Luck. He took him the Redskins to an NFC East title.
How do you know he wasn't like Andrew
Russell
Luck?
Wilson was a third-round pick. He's not Andrew Luck, but guess what? He has a Super Bowl ring. All I'm saying is Cleveland has positions
like butters.
that they can be good.
Andrew Luck is so good. I don't know why you don't like him.
Alright, I'm not getting in this argument. Dave's just said, look at Dave's fit. You can tell he's trying to get it.
Well, what's about
Dave is the eyes of death.
I know,
I am going to rip your head off.
Dave is literally retarded.
Oh, yeah.
Is this how it's like in your guys' Bills podcast all the time?
Yeah.
No, we don't have it.
Brendan is so stupid.
No, we're not.
Okay. You guys want to move on?
Yeah.
Alright,
Let's get to the next topic where Brendan can say something mentally retarded.
Let's see.
Okay.
That took up
Bills are
24
bad.
minutes.
Bills.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay. Alright, that was our only first topic. Okay. Jesus. We'll talk about free agency now, which starts in 10 days. I'm gonna. Oh, great. Okay. We'll start with the Bills because you both cover the Bills. What are the biggest free agency needs for Buffalo this offseason?
Quarterback, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah. Proceed.
I'd
I'd love to hear why.
Brennan wrote an article saying this is a stretch, but maybe the Bills can bring Mark Sanchez as the starter.
Not Mark Sanchez, that was Mike Vicky idea. Get your facts straight. Oh, that's even worse, yeah. That's even worse than EJ Manuel.
Manuel's good.
Alright, why do you think so? Because he's a first round pick?
No.
Why do you think so? Give me a reason.
Alright, he could be good. I'm saying that you just want to
He could be good.
Brendan doesn't like potential. He just wants to see it.
Yes.
No, Brendan just wants to.
That looks like I could go to the bathroom right now, but I'm still gonna sit here. I have the ability to go to the bathroom right now.
Ew.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, explain why you think Manuel.
No, I think EJ Manuel is the future of the Bills. I'm just saying not yet. I don't know why people say that he's good. Wait.
I would like to bring up something that you said on Inside Brendan's Football Mind on Real Bills Out at blogspot.com. You trashed Manuel saying that they should draft a quarterback this year.
They should.
Why?
But you just said Manuel.
They should draft a quarterback. No, they shouldn't. I didn't mean to say that they should draft a quarterback. I never said once that they should draft a quarterback. I actually said that they should get a free agent to bring in competition.
I apologize, but why do you think Manuel is? Why do you think because of 1 year he should not?
I just said that he's our future. What are you talking about? I'm saying
okay, I understand that, but you're very skeptical of EJ Manuel, and you know that. Why are you skeptical?
Because he sucked last year.
But just saying he sucked doesn't help anything. Why did he suck?
Because every other quarterback lately that's been good. Well, I don't know about Andrew Luck, but he played really, really well in his rookie year, I guess, because he had good stats.
Yeah, but not everybody does that.
Who doesn't?
Peyton Manning didn't. He threw 22 interceptions in his rookie year.
Right, that was like over 10 years ago. That was over 10 years ago. Go with somebody recently who had a bad rookie year and still played really well in his whole entire career.
Nick Foles.
That's 1 year. I'm talking about
I'm
talking about 5 years. Somebody that's had a 5-year career.
Had a terrible.
That was also 10 years ago. I'm saying
that's just 10 years ago.
Brennan, because you're saying we haven't seen these people develop completely yet. You're saying, tell me a guy from 2 years ago who's done amazing but sucked their first year. We don't know yet.
That turned it around.
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Oh, I don't know the whole draft class from 5 years ago.
Wait,
as I would like to say is, Matt Stafford had a battle injuries his whole rookie year, came back and done pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. He's taken his team to the playoffs, won with like a 10-6 or 8-8 record, whatever it was, and then they lost in the first round. He's been pretty good.
Shut up.
What are you talking about? Wait, so you want EJ Manuel to throw for 5,000 yards instead of going to the playoffs? I don't want Matt Stafford.
When did I say?
You just said Matt Stafford had a battle injuries his whole entire rookie career. Now he's pretty good. He's not.
I would like to say that
Matt Stafford good.
I'm skeptical on that.
Yes, exactly.
If you're saying,
one of my other options, though, because I don't like Stafford as much as most.
GM, you're like, you got Matt Stafford as your rookie QB, as your quarterback. Are you gonna go out and get a guy, or are you gonna be happy with?
I'm gonna watch him for a year, and if I don't like what I see, I'm gonna get my guy. I actually am with Brendan here.
Wow, that's the first.
Why do you want a quarterback that hasn't taken his team to the playoffs?
I don't like Matt Stafford that much based on he refuses to work on his mechanics. No. I don't not like Matt Stafford because I think he is the answer to Trey, and I think he's a very good player. But I think a lot of the time he can be reckless, kind of like Jay Cutler. I'm a little bit skeptical, but if I'm getting Stafford, yes, I'm happy.
I know it's part of the game, but take Calvin Johnson out and see what happens. I'm just saying. Like if Calvin Johnson gets hurt, let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's true by Dave though.
Like you can't put the fact that he got.
I said.
With a great receiver.
That's what I said.
You can't blame that on him. You got lucky for that.
I said I know they're not going to because it makes no sense.
So do you think EJ Manuel needs to put up huge numbers for the Bills to be successful?
No, I just think that he should take him to the playoffs. What are you doing?
Well, yeah, obviously everyone wants him to be.
Like take him to the playoffs, not.
Well, it was his.
Like I don't care about him throwing for 5,000 yards and breaking the record like Matt Stafford did. I want him to freaking take his team to the playoffs.
I know what you're saying, but I agree on that point, but. Was it all him last year, or was it kind of the coaching staff and the play calling? I think
both, but not just last year. I'm talking about his whole entire career.
EJ Manuel?
Oh, EJ Manuel? I thought you were talking about Matt Stafford.
Oh, Matt Stafford? No. I know where you're coming from though with the Stafford thing, but
I just don't. The only thing that might help him is because they didn't have a quarterback coach last year.
But even Stafford's been to the playoffs. He's taken Detroit to the playoffs.
Once. with an 8-8 record, and they lost in the first round.
They were not 8-8.
Fine, 9-7 or 10-6, whatever.
That's a good
That's a
record.
big difference.
Carson Palmer won 10 games this year. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Arizona's a stacked team. But that's the exact example. You don't need to have
The Lions have a horrible defense, so that's the only thing.
No, right there. You say that, like, sorry, I have to do this. Cleveland, I know. Arizona sucked the year before. They brought in Carson Palmer. They had a stacked team around them. All they needed was someone to play productive. Not amazing, but good at quarterback. Carson Palmer did that.
Cleveland's organization is a mess. How are they going to go to the playoffs?
It's not a mess. It was a mess because Michael Lombardi and Joe Banner were not the same at all as Haslam? That's the owner's name?
Yeah, Haslam.
Jimmy Haslam, is that? Okay, yeah. I'm just saying, and they got rid of him. They have a coach now that, to me, is going to be a successful one, and they have a good GM now.
Wait, no, I'm just saying, like, maybe it has nothing to do with Derek Carr, but what happened last time the Browns took a first-round quarterback late in the first round?
Good
Brandon
point.
Weeden, that's one player. So you're saying that every quarterback...
Yeah,
I'm saying the Browns make a lot of mistakes.
They can't be scared to take a quarterback in the first round now just because of Weeden.
I'm just saying the Browns make a lot of mistakes, and they're probably going to find a way to make a mistake. How do you know?
I don't think that's fair, because fine, the Buffalo Bills have always sucked, so now a whole new coaching staff, which had nothing to do with the past years, they're not expected to do the
What are the
same.
Browns'
I expect them to do kind of.
Brandon, what are the
They're
Browns'
the
mistakes?
Bills. What?
What are the Browns' mistakes lately?
Let me just think. Oh yeah, they draft a running back in the 3rd overall, and then the next year they decide to get rid of him for one first-round pick that's going to end up being in the 20s or 30s or 20s.
Which was probably a bargain, because look what Trevor Richardson did in Indy after that. He was not productive.
He sucked.
Okay, he sucks, but still.
Brandon likes him.
Alright, that's a mistake. They drafted somebody 3rd overall and they traded him next year. That's a mistake. Why'd they take him?
Not every... Well, you can say that about every...
Why did they take somebody good?
Why did the San Diego Chargers take Ryan Leaf? Not every draft... You're not going to hit the noggin on every pick.
The Browns never hit
But
the
that's
noggin.
not... That doesn't...
When was their last good first-round pick? Just think about it.
Marquise Mingo.
Alright, somebody like anybody, like, not somebody that has 1 year, like, not
I'm just expecting us to throw statistical numbers at you, but...
Not statistical numbers, I'm just
All
asking.
you say is they're the Browns, and they always make mistakes.
Alright, think of their last 4 first-round picks. Trent Richardson, Brandon Weeden,
Joe Hayden, best corner, one of the best corners in the league. Let's see who... I don't even remember. I don't...
Oh yeah,
Exactly, that like answers it right there.
Okay, Joe Thomas.
I don't think he was in the last 4 years.
Okay, 5 years.
Alright, Joe Thomas is so good. He hasn't even had a 1-year record yet, but he's so good.
He's a left tackle.
No, you're so stupid.
So why would, okay, if left tackle doesn't matter, then why would they use a first-round pick on him?
You're saying that they're
Oh no, it matters. It's just that's not you can't. A left tackle cannot take your team to 10-6 or a winning record.
You just said that Joe Hayden's good.
He is good.
You said so there's 3 players right there. 3 players and Mingo.
I just put. You said name first round picks from Cleveland that succeeded. I just did.
Alright, you made good first-round picks. Or you made it, but what have they done with those first-round picks? Nothing.
They took Joe
They
Hayden.
drafted good players.
Yeah, they drafted good players to go 4-12 the most recent. Fuck you.
Whoa.
What? He threw this at me.
Give me that. 1 year, they took 2 bad players. I agree with that. But you two need to settle down. This is a friendly podcast. And okay, so we're gonna get off.
No, let's finish this.
No.
No, let's talk a little bit more. I don't want it to get off.
But
I do.
this is a lose-lose. We can't.
I don't wanna
You
get
can't change his opinion. He can't change yours.
Well, you're saying that the Browns made good picks with their rookies the last 4 years, but what had they done with those first-round picks?
They still lost.
They lost. Yes. So you're okay. So you're looking.
Want to know why?
Alright.
Because those first-round picks have not been quarterbacks. That's all they need. They need to draft a first-round pick quarterback that works. And then they will be a good team. The positions they took were good, but of course they're still losing because those positions can't take a team to winning records like another team can.
Yeah.
Okay. So
No, let's not finish this yet. Just give it like 2 more minutes.
I hate that you're making me
Let's talk about the
Cleveland so much because I don't like them that much. I just think that they're
He's not
optimistic.
he's saying let's keep talking about this, but then he's not saying anything.
But I just don't want to end this podcast. I think it's fun to talk about
We're
this.
not ending it. I was just gonna go to.
Oh, let's go to the next topic. I thought you said you're ending it.
That's okay.
Okay, go.
All right, we're gonna talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. Their free agency has probably been the most active out of anyone right now. They have re-signed Jason Peters to a 5-year deal. Oh, sorry, I'm not talking about your so interesting Buffalo Bills that no one in the NFL media cares about.
True.
So, I feel bad.
I said true.
I know, but I feel bad.
Because it's true.
Okay. Jason Peters signed a 5-year deal. They re-signed Jason Kelsey, the center, to a 7-year deal. Re-signed Riley Cooper, who people don't really like that much, to a 5-year deal. And Jeremy Macklin to a 1-year deal. I think that they've made a great start. And now, to me, what the Eagles need is a big-time safety. And I think that they're going to go get that maybe in the draft.
TJ Ward.
TJ Ward, I agree. I think that would be a great position. And I don't want to go back to, I don't really want to. Alright,
Stay off the Browns.
Is there any way that the Eagles could get Bird, or is he untouchable for the Bills? Is there really no way?
I'm going to let Brendan talk first, so when I say something, he does.
I'm going back to my Eagles.
No, he's gonna let me talk first so we can disagree with what I said. the Bills already said that they're gonna franchise Jarrett Bird.
Okay, so then to me, if I'm the Eagles, I go get TJ Ward. I go in all in. I know that Howie Roseman's skeptical of going deep into free agency because of what happened in 2011.
Or would you rather have a guy like TJ Ward through free agency, or would you rather have them draft, if they're lucky, Clinton Dix or Calvin Pryor?
I want both, but if I had to choose, I want either way. This is going to be a guy that's coming into a new system with a new team, drafting and free agency. I want TJ Ward, who's already established, but I want both. I think the Eagles should go safety, have that established, and then they're good. Okay, so we'll move on from my Eagles. If you want to check out more of that, go to eaglesports.com. That's my plug for the day. Okay. You got one more team to talk about free agency, and then we'll wrap
Dave's running out of small part of his body.
Okay. We'll talk about I want to talk about this before we get into Jim Harbaugh, and then we'll wrap up the show. Let's talk a little bit about the Green Bay Packers and what they should do in free agency. Their GM has expressed interest in finally going deep into free agency. They haven't really done that much often, but they need to get that defense right. We'll start with Brendan because Dave is busy right now. What does Green Bay need, mostly? I mean, you don't even have to. I don't mean to put you on the spot.
I don't really know much about Green Bay this year.
Yeah.
Because I know they need defense. Yeah, they need defense.
And they need their secondary is okay. They need pass rushing help with Clay Matthews.
Oh yeah.
What do you think? No, not what.
I mean, if they really need it or want it, why don't they trade up in the draft and get Khalil Mack?
I agree, actually. So
stop! I'm not even fucking kidding.
Okay, so now to wrap the show, we'll talk about Jim Harbaugh. Dave, any takers? I just want to talk about why. What is this going to harm San Francisco?
No, it's not going to harm San Francisco. It wasn't even. Some of it wasn't even true.
My turn to talk.
I believe you should shut up.
All right, let's
no, I'm talking here. I am
Jim Harbaugh.
Here's what's the truth. It's not going to affect them that much. I mean, because really, I don't think it's going to affect how their team plays. Harbaugh's still going to be a great coach. And he's one of the best coaches in the league. So I think this is just going to die down. I mean, there's been more. What's so funny? But we know that there's a bit of a rocky relationship between the 49ers organization and Jim Harbaugh.